there will be more heat. And now the whole world is saying that there will be more heat. And now we have reached that complex point to think as a nation. So it will also reach a complex point where the local action will be difficult because you have also reached a complex point. The question is, for us to industrialize, we need to clear more forests. For us to industrialize, we need more materials. For us to industrialize, we need so much energy. And the more we use this, the more climate change effects. And the Western world are already developed. And we are now saying, okay, what do we do? They are saying, no, don't do that because we are going to increase global temperature. Local action is increasing, affecting global, having global effect. So don't do that. And now, as we are talking now, it is between nations of the world. It will also get between states. It will also get between local governments, where there will be need for limited local governments. Don't do this. Don't do this because it's got to be done. And that they will say, no, it's hampering our growth. So the question is, it will affect that. And today, most of the crises in Africa, especially West Africa, they are attributed to climate change. And what the science identified was the more.
Well, this is one of the most laudable programs, and personally, I love to be there because this is a program where you enrich your knowledge, particularly the topic of today. It's about climate change, which is even affecting not only the local environment but globally.
Yes.
So it's an opportunity to be here.
All right.
To be part of today's events.
All right, quickly, what is your advice to Nigerians on climate change and, of course, planting of trees?
Well, as we have been told this afternoon, we realize that climate change now is becoming more endemic. Everybody must be put on their toes. We must be aware that this is a danger that is looming that we have to address, because particularly when we talk about the effect on our system, on the food production, on our health.
Exactly.
So we have to be very, very proactive about it. So whatever we can do, like planting the trees to make sure that the temperature is normal. So whatever we need to take such that we're able to regulate the temperature is very, very important now and very imperative.
Thank you very much, sir, for speaking to FOSA TV channel. Take on planting of trees for climate change.
I think it's the right thing in the right direction. In fact, apart from even the climate change, we need to think a little to replace those ones that have been removed. So
Okay.
if anything that will grow the climate and the environment can happen.
Thank you very much. What is your take on the climate change they discussed inside?
As we discussed, the climate change is a good thing that everybody needs to be known, because it affects everybody. The climate changes, both economically, politically, and everywhere.
Yes.
The climate change, because Nigeria as a whole, we didn't even bother about the climate changes, and that's why we are suffering. The farmers are suffering, the young ones are suffering, everybody are suffering because our leaders doesn't take anything necessary to monitoring the climate changes.
Yes.
So everybody is doing their own. So there is a problem unless something is done about it by the government.
Quickly, what's that thing you are recommending for the government?
I'm recommending that the government should come and educate everybody.
Yes.
And provide the utilities and the money to finance every aspect of the government, so that everybody should make up their own session, so that there will be no law another breaking.
Thank you very much, sir, for
Thank you.
speaking.
Thank you.
ṣe léni so àárẹ̀ àwọn ẹ̀kọ́ tó pọ̀ àríkọ́ ń bẹ̀ so tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé tá a bá délé a máa mú fáwọn ọmọ wa nínú ẹ̀ tó máa tún jẹ́ bí èrè ọjọ́ iwájú fáwọn náà láti kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ nínú gbogbo nǹkan tí ó dára.
Okay. Ẹ ṣé púpọ̀. Thank you.
For this year is climate change and its mitigation, and what the communities can do to mitigate the effect of climate change. And the resource person has done
Justice to
a
the topic.
very good justice to the topic. And from my own side, I want to say, if we don't take our actions, climate may tame us. So it is time to take positive actions to change our ways actions,
Yes, you are doing.
etc.
Yes, sir.
I saw somebody, etc. And take actions to mitigate the negative effect of climate, particularly in provision of food to our people. That is food security.
All right. Thank you
We
very much.
must be able to produce enough food for our people, even in spite of the changes in the climate that we're facing.
All right.
Thanks
Thank
for
you
that.
very much, sir, for speaking briefly.
Coconut farming is one of the crop given to God for our life to enjoy. It's coconut for wet. It's coconut for health. Then, when you plant coconut, you enrich yourself with a lot of opportunities.
Okay.
Number one, you are talking of climate change, the effect on human being. With coconut, when you process coconut in coconut water alone, we hydrate yourself. You know, weather causes dehydration on body and causes a lot of crisis on the body. But with coconut water, coconut oil, coconut products, you are revived and you are growing up health-wise.
So you are saying it is medicinal.
Very, very medicinal. It reduces so many. There's a lot of opportunities in coconut farming.
Okay, against our background, you said federal government or who asked you to plant 10,000 hectares of
Coconut
plantation.
Yes.
Who asked you to do that, sir?
Now the federal government has initiated
Okay,
it.
federal government.
Federal government.
That means they know the importance.
They know
of
the importance now.
Coconut.
And they are even there's a letter coming to all the state governors and
Yes.
all the MDAs now on the
Yes.
way
Okay.
that we are going to meet them to take it seriously so that they can invest on coconut farming.
Okay, back in there, they are talking about climate change. Will it also be a positive to the effect of climate change?
Yes, really. And that's why I come out to say it. So it produces the highest oxygen in the environment.
Okay.
And it's environmental friendly, unlike other crops.
All
You
right.
can plant it. At least the advocate is that 3 coconut farming, at least a family should plant 3 coconuts in their houses,
In their houses.
so that it can continue to control the environment in terms of hardship or to
Climate change.
in the environment.
Thank you very much for speaking to FOSA TV channel. Thank you.
When there is, when it is cold, they are having their hospitals are always home. But again, if you want, the population, the number of births, they come immediately after the winter. Temperature. So it's like everything about us revolves around temperature. Now, when you look at it, we don't have the same kind of weather. There they have, all this is about 9 months. And you cannot replace the forest within 9 months. You can't do that even within 3 years. You can't do that in 4 years. That means you need nothing less than 10 to 13 years to replace most of the forest. And now you cannot do that because the population is growing. Now you have to now choose to determine whether you want to do the control while population is growing and then you are looking for food. Is that what you want to do or to control? So it's going to be more complex. The climate change is becoming more complex because at a point you don't know which one to deal with. Just like answering the question. We are also saying that look for alternative energy. And we are saying that the alternative energy will not fit the family. You need more land, and we are saying stop cutting the forest. So where is the action supposed to start? The action is supposed to start now. That's why climatologists and meteorologists are shouting, and it's like they are shouting too much. When you allow yourself to push it, it will lead to a place where you are pushing the boundary. And at the end of the day, there is no turning back. And then again, you can never be wise enough to say this is the best decision. When they went to hunger this year, they are saying don't use climate change.
Climate change as a Nigerian, what is your take on tree planting?
Yeah, tree planting is very important project that each and every state, that each and every state and key stakeholders has to take it very serious, because with it, it is going to at least have a positive impact, and there should be a sustained campaign right from the national up to the grassroots level, from state to the local government level. And recommend let the traditional rulers be involved in the campaign so that it is going to reach out to large people at the grassroots.
Thank you very much, sir, for speaking to Efosa TV channel.